Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Yesterday I shared with you an amazing video on the graceful exit technique, which is an awesome risk management tactic. Today we're gonna follow up on that. So if you didn't see that first video, make sure you go back and watch it first, then return to this one and watch this one as well. So trading is a gift and a curse, and it's important to remember that one of the biggest gifts or biggest benefits of trading is that we are our own bosses, which gives us the ability to do whatever we want. It offers a lot of freedom. It offers a lot of flexibility. It's a goal that many of us want to achieve in life. However, we also must remember that as traders, we are our own bosses, and that gives us the ability to do whatever we want, whenever we want. And that means we can also get ourselves into a lot of trouble because there is no one keeping us in check. It's kind of like Thanos with the Infinity Stones, right? You have all that power. You can do such good things with it, or you can do mean, horrible things and make everyone disappear. Yeah. Anyway, having the gauntlet in a trader sense, right, means that sometimes we can get into really bad psychological situations or emotional states where things start to feel uncomfortable, right? If you've ever been in a trade that's going against you, that is the feeling I'm referring to. And although we have rules that say we're supposed to do certain things, all of this power that we have in our ability to be our own bosses, or the Thanos gauntlet, whatever route you took, means that since no one's looking, we can often break our rules. And it's this rule breaking that is the biggest separator between the struggling trader and the successful trader. Now, in the previous video, I shared with you a really cool rule that could be used to get ourselves out of trouble. In today's video, we're going to take a look at a slightly different scenario where you may want to get yourself out of trouble, but you shouldn't get yourself out of trouble. And I'll show you what happens if you do or if you don't. Check it out. This was a trade here that I took, was it Friday afternoonish, around, I think, afternoon, and it just proceeded to go sideways. And this is an interesting situation because it morphed from one pattern to another. And this is where I'm glad graceful exits don't really come into play, right? So initially you see this. I never dragged the right one. Initially you see this, and what is this? A double top. But then it turns into this. What is this? An ascending triangle. Yeah. So the double top is a yay for shorts. And then the ascending triangle is, oh no, right? Because this is, I look at this as being a bullish breakout pattern. Now, unlike the graceful exit example earlier, despite the potential breakout pattern that occurred and the fear that comes with it of you going through your encyclopedia of chart patterns and you trying to find what this is, and then you're looking at it and you're like, oh no, this should mean that. Was there any reason aside from the mental battles that are going on within your head to exit the trade? No. So if someone did exit the trade, it would be an emotional mistake, right? There was no higher high, higher close. There was nothing. Did anything invalidate the double top? No. It didn't make it particularly look nice. You're probably wishing like, man, like, and keep in mind it was Friday, so whenever you go into the weekend, things kind of like trail off. But ideally, good moves don't hang around too long. So you're like, man, Akil, if this was a good move, probably should have retraced already. But these are some of the mistakes that traders make. They get into this trade. It's a Friday, so first they're looking at it and they're like, oh man, okay, we got my double top right here. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Market's gonna close for the weekend. Oh man, what if a gap happens and we gap further and it's just going sideways? It should be going lower by now. All right, I'll turn into a ascending triangle, right? All the things that go through your head. These are the dirty little demons of trading that convince you to exit your trade, right? The market. So there's an old saying, patience pays, right? And that the market's job is to inflict as much pain on as many traders as possible. And this is one of those situations. It is giving you every reason. It is giving you sideways markets into a weekend. We just had a gap a few weekends ago. It is giving you an ascending triangle, which is like tricking you into saying, I'm gonna break out bullishly, exit. It's giving you, it's poking and prodding all of those psychological buttons, daring you to exit. And I guarantee a lot of traders did. I guarantee a lot of traders did. And just as we did with that graceful exit video, they're coming back and they're like, oh, if I just would have stayed, we've all been here, right? Man, if I just would have stayed in that trade, I would have made profit. Patience paid. You can't get emotionally sucked out of a market. Now, the difference between this and the graceful exit is that the graceful exit, you can't look at that as a bad trade, right? We spoke about the graceful exit on Euro Yen, right? If you exit it, the graceful exit, what was Euro? Yeah. If you exited the graceful exit, got out for a little bit of a loss, and then came back in and see that you missed a win, it's still a good trade. Why? Because you followed your rules. And you didn't exit because of any feels or thoughts. You exited because price gave you something technical that said exit. There was nothing ever given here technical. There was never a break and close above. There was never any technical reason for you to believe that you're wrong. There were things that weren't as appealing. There were things that make you say, oh man, I wish it didn't look like that. But there was never a violation, right? The double top stood. It held its ground. And we were talking about last time I'm on, right? You were saying, oh, you got to stick to your trade and blah, 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 blah. You see how this situation is a little bit different than the last one? The last one, you had a rules-based exit to make a decision. This one, the decision would have been 100% emotional, and you would have paid the ultimate price. But if you're a good trader and you're reviewing your trades and you're journaling and you're honest with yourself, you would have reviewed this and you would have noted down like, hey, I did everything right except for stick with the trade. You would have taken some notes that say, hey, I just need to be braver in the trade or not look at it or stuff like that. And then you learn from this experience for the next one. And then next time this happens, you stay in it, you make some money, you gain confidence. And hopefully you get that good cycle of success rolling. So want to share this with you. This is a good trade. I didn't expect it to lose, but I didn't have much confidence in this winning. Especially as we had that ascending nature start to form. Again, it helped a little bit by knowing it was Friday and the markets do crap things on Friday. But this is the rare one that made me feel good, right? Usually I'm pretty soulless and numb when it comes to trades. I'm like, I won, whatever. Oh, I lost, whatever. This is one of the rare ones where like I felt good because I'm like, man, like I dealt with, I kind of battled myself. I had those demons in my head and said, no, you're good. And stuck with it. So hats off to you guys who stuck with this as well. Hope you guys enjoyed the vid. Hit that like button if you did. Subscribe if you are new to the channel and not subscribed already. Also, I know we have a lot of new people joining the channel. Make sure you check out the Trading Coach podcast. Every once in a while, I do a video episode on here, but new episodes, mainly audio versions, are available on your favorite podcasting app 3 times a week as well. So head over to Apple, head over to Spotify, follow. That way it's in your algorithm and you don't miss it, and enjoy the overwhelmingly massive amount of content that I've done on trading for the last 15 years. Yeah.